I'd like to take a sec to reminisce about my sister. Died 3 years ago, I want the world to know I miss her. Only had a brief visit on this planet Earth. Lived up to 37 years from her date of birth. Her name was Jean, from when she was a teen. Was a focused person out to succeed. So let me proceed to run it down the line. Finally met a husband and a purpose in her life. But destiny turned to tragedy. The whole family pulled together in this time of need. In the name of love, it ended all in vain. She's gone, it'll never be the same. Too much too late, we had to watch her slip away. She left her light of love to guide me through my life each day. My sister J, HIV, R.I.P. Everlasting love from your family.
I'm trapped between north of hell, south of heaven. God only knows which place I will be resting. When I die, I'll take my memories with me, good ones and bad ones, until I reach my destiny. My entity is at an end nearly. Slowly but surely, the whole world will follow me. Astrologically, I can see the signs in my 51st state of mind. From beginning to the end of time. On these fields, the flags fly half-mast. All that was to be has come to pass. It's the final mass, everybody congregate. Communicate with each other. Don't let big brother dominate or dictate your life and where you want to go. Life is short, so plant your seed and let the tree grow. I touch your soul, the medium from the chosen few. To my girl and my mother, I love you.
And that flashbacks about my past. Things the way the world wishing that they wouldn't last. Mad thoughts about suicide ran inside of me. Can't get the best of me, got much to achieve in this land of milk and honey. You need money, reach for your goals, rest in your destiny. Back when I was young, not much luxury, just a necessity. Still I was happy, now I got a baby boy and he's nearly 3. So I gotta do my best to build my family tree. But before I die, I meet God in the sky. My aim is to build a better world for my little guy.